Welcome to Hello Intention, the podcast, a place where there's no judgment, no shame, and no guilt. Each episode is customized to help you discover and utilize the power of intention within while traveling along your life's journey. Let's begin to unpack all things reality. It's time to bring clarity to just how much our experiences, both past, present, and even future, shape who we are, where we stand, and how we bring forth the best version of ourselves. I'm your host, Siobhan, licensed psychotherapist dedicated to helping individuals thrive, change expert, and life strategist. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to our intentional community. Before we get started, just a quick note. Hello Intention is not intended to be a substitute for obtaining and or building a personal relationship with a licensed mental health professional. So let's start today's chat with a quick question. Okay, disclaimer. Yes, I like to ask questions, but ones with a purpose, of course. And all right, it may very well be connected to the fact that I am a therapist, and that's part of what I do. But I do believe there's such beauty in broadening our understanding for whatever it is we might be exploring at that moment through the art of active questions and answers with depth. What does that mean? Simplistically, it means that we shouldn't just be content with a surface level answer. That's all. Trust me, we'll dig deeper into this as we go along this intentional journey together. So, the question that I have for you today is setting intentions currently a practice for you, or is it something a bit unfamiliar? You see, I understand the idea of intention, setting them, applying them, understanding the process, and knowing what it looks like throughout the journey can be difficult for many. Truthfully, it's often something many individuals don't even think about unless it's brought to their attention. I've even talked to individuals who have said it can be confusing to fully grasp the idea or obtain a simplistic understanding of intention, what it is, and how in the world to apply it to life every day. Why is this? I know sometimes things can get overcomplicated for no reason. And as we begin right here, right now, I want to unravel these complications for you. So I believe the word itself has many layers. It can be said that it's even multifaceted. With this, I feel it's also fair to say it's often misused. You see, as individuals, we set a number of things, quotation marks, throughout our lifetime, throughout our journey, especially at the beginning of almost every new year. So I use the word things purposefully, and here's why. What we set at these particular junctures, for some are called goals, for others, milestones, plans, even objectives. However we term it, we design it as a mark to meet. But here, what we're unpacking, intention, this is different. This is more, because intention is deeper. Let's look at how the dictionary defines it. Coming straight from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says intention, determination to act in a certain way, a process or manner of healing of incised wounds, what one intends to do or bring about. Okay, so there you have it, according to the dictionary, that is. But I've got to be honest, right? This is where I actually had a little bit of wrestling with even my own thoughts, just a bit. But not because of intention or the thought of what I wanted to say or how I wanted this particular episode to go. It was because I wanted to be sure to really explain what it means to be on such a different level. I wanted you to walk away from this episode with a true understanding of intention, how it can fit into your life, how it can show up, and how you can make it purposeful. So, being a clinical therapist didn't exempt me from a journey of discovery either. I actually became much more in tune with my own need and really desire to uncover my intentions the more I found myself connected to tasks, roles, even relationships that weren't serving. Serving what, you ask? Serving me? Serving a particular vision? Serving and falling in line with my value system? Honestly, just serving something greater. But the true question I found I had to begin with was, have I set my own intention? I realized just how important this particular element of life was, and that I myself might not even have been applying it purposefully, or more importantly, consistently. So, yes, grasping the whole idea surrounding intention, again, it can be confusing. And this is why I say it's such a multi layered word, and even practice, if you will. Through my own journey, a few other pieces that helped me as I became clearer on the word intention included the Latin meaning. And it simply is to stretch out or to turn your attention to something. So it's the stretching out part for me, because this is a place where it clarifies that it won't be a microwave process. And let's face it, with so much in life right now being instant, we are often looking for that same delivery in our own lives, that microwave effect. We order something, it can be here the next day, same day with certain things. When we examine this particular part, though, it's important to note that intention is meant to stretch out with us throughout our life's journey. Additionally, because of this, we've got to remember it'll change as we grow, as we change, as we see through various lenses of life. There was also somewhere I read a very early English definition of the word intention, and it included the heart, understanding, and aspiration. So I hope you're following where I'm going, because for me, all these things are absolutely pointing to much, much more than the top level of an aim or a goal, right? More than the surface and simplicity of this is what I'm going to do. This is the set point or the set mark. This is my desired outcome I will reach. No, intention is not just the short term pieces, the things on our daily to do list, which we will definitely talk a bit more about and how it absolutely connects to those. But for the sake of this moment, we want to make the clear distinction of what it looks like to list out tasks on your to do list versus the intention surrounding those things. I hope this isn't getting confusing, so just stay with me for a short bit more. Sometimes we have things on our to do list, right? That kind of just found their way there, show up, maybe because of an attempt to feel complete, an attempt to achieve a sense of something we're often not even sure of. Not sure of what we're trying to feel or what we're seeking. We're not sure sometimes why we even travel from point A to B to C to get these things checked off. So many things at that. And not only that, but we then find we tend to see how much we lack focus. We lack clarity on where these things are taking us, what they're doing for us. And at the end of our day, we often feel overwhelmed or even exhausted. At this point, we're not even sure where our inner self, our inner being is. Like we've done all these things, but what does it mean? So that's where the distinction between intention arises. Because with intention, we'll find that those pieces, those gaps, those areas where we lack information on ourselves, the misunderstandings, if you will, those places inside of us, they become filled in because we now have understanding. We've taken the time to gain clarity of our intentions. I think that now that we've looked at how we define intention, this is a really good space to explore what I like to call its close relative, the goal. This is why I mentioned earlier intention can often be misused. They're actually not interchangeable, goal and intention, that is, because one can actually drive the other. Which one does what? Well, intention can drive and keep you moving towards completing your goal. Okay, cue the confetti because that brought us some clarity. I hope, anyways, because it did for me. Let me help you define what goals are. Goals contain an action plan and they have measurable endpoints. I don't know if you've ever heard of the acronym SMART. Yes, SMART. But it can be used in conjunction with setting goals and achieving them. It actually can help us understand how to define our goals, list them out, and meet those measurable or actionable marks. I have another episode on that soon, so stay tuned. I got you. But back to our intention in comparison to a goal. Our intention is more of a demeanor towards our said thing. Our intention can shift our behavior, shift our mindset, even our leading beliefs. It can shift our principal truths. It's our chosen theme, and it works to assist us as we create alignment in our lives. Intention helps us set how we want to show up in this world in all the spaces that we exist, in our relationships, be it business, seriously, especially when we look at showing up for ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself that question? How am I showing up for myself? Intention should truly hold space in every area of our lives. So, as we've gotten through these definitions and some clarifying thoughts and elements of intention, and even a bit about goals, I hope it's a little bit more clear. I'm actually going to keep this episode short because I really do want it to be all about defining intention, clarifying intention. And I want to leave room for it to just resonate with you so that there's nothing else that takes up space. As you continue to replay what we've talked about, as you continue to process how you now understand intention. And I want to leave you with a small journal prompt. Now, you can complete this any way it feels authentic to you. I often tell individuals that I work with that if writing it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Not everyone was meant to journal in written form. I like to offer up other suggestions, and at times it includes even recording. So, if we have a smartphone or some type of electronic device, there's a memo feature of some sort. And so sometimes I even encourage people to hit that button and just record your thoughts. At times, it actually even helps those who are pretty busy or, again, don't really enjoy writing because maybe you've not yet gotten to the point where you're able to sit down and have moments to yourself and place your thoughts on paper. My hope for you is that you still give yourself just a few moments. And if recording it helps you to gain those, to get the thoughts out of your mind, then take that. Take that opportunity and just try it. So the journal prompt is, how can intention help me redesign how I am showing up each day? How do you now understand intention? Is it different from how you understood it before? Maybe you hadn't even thought about intention or how you were using it or if you were calling on it every day. So again, just take some time, think about what intention is to you now, but don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Jot some things down, and we'll see each other again in the next episode. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you for joining. We'll talk again soon.